So Ryan George is a YouTuber, comedian, writer. He does all kinds of things. But there's something strange that I've noticed after watching a bunch of his content. In a lot of his videos, he makes it appear that he's talking to himself, but says that he uses video editing to cut back and forth to make it look like he's talking to himself. However, one day while watching one of his videos, I came across something that kind of startled me, so I decided to look a little further into it. So here's an image of what I'm talking about that first got me on this train of thought. You can see here he's talking to himself in a video, but if you stop the image here and look really closely, do you notice anything strange here? Let me zoom in so you can look a little bit closer here. If you still don't see it, let me go in one step closer. And take a look at this. In the reflection of his glasses, it appears that you can see the other person that he's talking to. Who exactly are we looking at here? So I started looking a little bit further into his videos and paying close attention. And I was watching his most recent Christmas video he posted, and I noticed if you stop it at the exact second, there's a part where he's talking, and then look here. It appears that another Ryan George is taking a look to see if they're done filming yet. At the same time, you can see the corner of another Ryan George's shoulder here, which gives me a grand total of 3 in this image. So I kept researching, and I found on his merchandise page, there's lots of cool merchandise on here, but I came across this mug. And this is a super easy, barely an inconvenience mug, which is his catchphrase from his pitch meeting series on Screen Rant. Well, I kept digging and I found out that that's actually not what the original quote was. And I actually found an original image of the mug the day that it launched, and here's an image of that. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. Also, I'm a clone, LOL, help me. So this is the original mug that he put on the merchandise website, but obviously took it down and put up the one that I showed you at first. So what exactly does that mean? So this really got me thinking now. So I kept digging and here's some more information. So Ryan George lives in Montreal, Quebec in Canada. However, he makes weekly videos for Screen Rant, who are located in Ogden, Utah in the USA. So you're telling me that not only does he make videos for himself filming in Montreal, but he also manages to make content for a company in the US? How could he be in 2 places at once? So I'm sure you're thinking, well, obviously he makes the videos in Montreal and then emails them to Screen Rant in the US, you stupid idiot. And I thought that too, until I looked a little further into Utah and found that the University of Utah has a cloning program. So what I think is going on is that they wanted to create this YouTuber comedian, but they wanted to be able to overwork him. So they created him in a lab in the University of Utah and made multiple clones so he can be multiple places at once and make videos where he's talking to himself. So then I started researching the University of Utah, and as I got further into it, I started to look at their labs and all their facilities, and I managed to pull up some images of their cloning labs and all their equipment they use, and eventually I stumbled across this image. So after that, I was obviously pretty convinced, but I decided to do a little bit more research just to see if there's anything else that I could find. So on Ryan George's website, under his personal bio, it says he has a degree in communication studies from Concordia University. Concordia University's Twitter page has 16,800 tweets. Ryan George's name has 10 letters in it. 10 times 16.8 equals 168. The year 168 was a leap year. Frogs also leap. And what do they use frogs for? Cloning. So I don't know. I just think that a lot of things are adding up. There's a lot of shocking images out there that I keep coming across. I don't know what any of this means, but I just hope that he's okay and these clones are being treated properly and that maybe this video can bring some light to the situation and maybe get the cloning to stop.